unsure about your current up and download speed? Then visit speedtest.net. Everything you need will be listed in a description.
Blazing in a cave, blazing fire while it rains, eyes gazing out a hole, lending prayers for a change. If the weather's getting better, then I'll be blown away, but it almost doesn't matter if our neighbors come to stay. Making tools, making friends, making mistakes, well let's make them again. Starting a fire, starting love, starting to realize what we shouldn't have done. Making tools, making friends, making mistakes, well let's make them again. Starting a fire, starting love, starting to realize what we shouldn't have done. How about it now? Haven't we made you proud? All these rolling wheels and domesticated cows, modifying fruits, making medicine from their roots, colonize the continents for traffic in the drive-through, stealing tools, stealing friends, stealing the years and we're stealing again, making fire, making love, making machines to manufacture a drug, starting clubs, starting trends, starting the engine of my Mercedes-Benz, losing hours, losing days, losing track of the point of this place. Good luck, bad luck, stealing the years and we're stealing again. Good luck, bad luck, making machines to manufacture a drug, starting clubs, starting trends, starting the engine of my Mercedes-Benz, losing hours, losing days, losing track of the point of this place. Good luck, bad luck. Where have you been?
Oh, there we go. Well, for some reason, the audio just got dipped on that. So let me start over. Welcome. 8:30. Grab your coffee. I've been thinking a lot about what this channel is. Been talking to a few other folks, and I think if I were to just sort of distill it into one thing, or two things rather, it would be one, an apprenticeship. If you're into editing, you could just watch me do what I do, and you'll learn a bit, and then you can ask questions in the chat. Or if you're just here to like watch someone edit and have a conversation, yeah, we're here for that too. So today I've got a few things on the board. One, I have an edit I need to review, make some small adjustments to, then export. We'll get into the Mr. Rogers Attack Ed, which has been a lot of fun to work on with y'all with. And lastly, my friend has like a little passion project or a quick video she wants to put together. And if she sends me the video, then we can get going on it. All right, that said, here we are. Did a brand new little layout here. Move this chat down here. Cool. All right, let's get going. I'm going to adjust my lighting really quick. It's a little better. Positioning is pretty terrible, but we are slowly figuring this out, so fantastic. All right. Okay, so I'm pretty crazy about this, but every day you start a new edit, you go to your sequence, and what we'll be doing is we duplicate it. This way we save our work from the previous day, and yeah, these small little movements that make us better and more professional. It's important, y'all. Okay. Let's render everything into out so we can get a sort of a clean look at what we've been doing the past few days. Rendering's the perfect time for a little sip of coffee. I am groggy this morning. I actually got some good sleep last night, but sometimes you just wake up and you're like, no, not today. It struggled a little bit. It was supposed to be on at 8:30, and then get into the program here, and it's all like not connecting to the server, all that fun stuff. So got to figure that stuff out well before we jump on. But you know, you live and you learn. You learn and you live. Yeah, it looks like we're not getting audio on that. Super cool. See what I mean? Like all this stuff, it just... There are times, man. Just try it again. Yeah, I had to restart the program today, right before I got on, so there's some little kinks here. Sorry, bear with me. If this is enough for you to be like, peace out, dog, then I get it. I do kind of get it. What's this audio input? Nope, that's not what I want. Come on, mate. Come on, man. There's audio capture. Go Adobe. Application Premiere Pro.
It was a lot.
We had a giant schedule, a big board, all organized like a TV network.
All right, let's start it over. Okay, so we're fixing our intro slate. An event as big as Gala, things have to be perfect. They have to be tight.
I would say, like, logistically, it was a lot.
We had a giant schedule, a big board, all organized like a TV network.
Imagine 4 venues times 10 hours times 5 days. You physically can't be where you need to be. You're bringing like the Olympics of choral music into one place.
Pretty good. I'm not,
and
not
beyond the
it.
attendee experience, they had nothing to show for it. You have a desire to see everything, you just can't do it. And that's where the live stream came in.
We wanted our viewers to feel like they were in the room watching the show. along with everybody that was in the audience. The visual quality, and especially the audio quality, was very important to
Love
us.
that B-roll
These
there.
choirs put all this
That
effort
B-roll
and all
works
this
there.
time and all this money into having these performances, and we wanted to make sure that we recorded them in the best possible way.
We gave that viewer a sense of, well, you were there in your own way, but you were there. And by the way, if you were attending and you didn't get the live stream, you kind of missed out.
You know, each day the post-production team was putting out a huge number of videos.
We created a package, a sort of wrapper for the viewers at home to make sure that it was a whole show experience. So we created a custom graphics package that built off of the existing Gala branding, and then we recorded intros and outros with our host Tim Seelig and Maria Elena. And then we also had 2 social media teams that were running around gathering content in the moment.
We had about 4 venues and about 3 to 4 segments per venue. I'm not going to do the math. It's a lot of intros and outros. Outside of that, every day we're doing a morning and an evening update, and we would do about 5 or 6 sketches per day for the broadcast.
They were creating little comedy skits and news updates.
So
and
far,
things like
again,
that.
this is looking
that
good.
Really
This is the
captured the
section that
essence
we
of what it
edited
was like to
yesterday.
be at Gala.
That to me was a moment to show everything around the show. The people that are outside hanging out, people at restaurants, people in Minneapolis, people just having a good time and being creative.
When we shot it, it was cut, and then it was run off to the venues, and then the venues dumped it, and they managed it. And it was this really great kind of back and forth where the street teams who were on the ground were working with the editor directly, which never happens.
That's crucial, but also allows us to dictate the tone of the entire show.
Communication was key.
I've worked on a lot of projects. Working with these two, it just clicks so immediately.
Everyone has skill sets. It always goes down.
It's a
to
problem
building
section right there.
relationships. And as long as you give them that respect and trust, that's how this event.
I hit a
came
mic
together.
marker every time when I'm doing reviews like this, just to let me know. I'm going to go back there.
Mexico, Taiwan, China, Norway. There's choruses from all over the world. And because of this live stream package, they were able to show the people back home. They were able to watch them while they were performing. I view it as a huge opportunity because your audience is not local anymore. Now you can reach a global audience. And with a global audience, the sky's the limit.
We can do this on a grander scale and take this experience and share it with the rest of the world, which we literally did. There's a whole nother value add to the experience that the live people don't always understand, but it is one of your keys why you make this investment. So no longer is it just an experience contained in those 5 days to those fortunate 7,000 people, but now it's now out in perpetuity for the entire world to see, and that's exactly what's happening.
Okay, hey, not bad. It's fun. I mean, if I have the time, this is something I like to do. I like to sit on, if I just got notes from a client or something like that, I'll sit on them for a minute, and then I can review the piece with a little bit more of open eyes. That's always nice. So, yeah. There's a problem area here, though. There's a couple problems with this. One, I don't have Julie's lower third, which I gotta find. I'll find that and throw it in. There's also some quick things I needed to fix with it. Let's jump in here. See, I think one of them was.
Everyone has skill sets.
Yeah, so I want to open up on the wide here.
As skill sets, it always goes down to building relationships. And as long as you give them that respect and trust, that's how this event came together.
This is so loud to me. G-4. Oh yeah, quick little thing. You click your clip if you want to just adjust the volume or the gain rather. Super quickly, you just hit G, and then so I'll do it again. Actually, because I probably want to lower it one more. So G, and then if you want to lower it, -1. Boom. Of course, if you want to increase it, just don't throw that minus on there. I still don't love it. I might actually adjust. There we go. That's what's happening.
We had choruses.
And then we'll adjust this ever so slightly.
We had choruses from Mexico, Taiwan, China, Norway. There's choruses from all over the world.
Not bad. Okay, so now we're going to move our lower third, if I can find it. I might have deleted it on accident, but we'll see. I think I'm here.
Was putting out a huge number of videos.
Oh. Actually, don't love that. I don't know if we've got enough time on me for this. Let's see, let's do it in the middle of...
Each day the post-production team was putting out
fine.
a huge number of videos.
We created a package.
It's a little fast, but that's our window. And then he starts talking, so we can't... If you have a little piece of B-roll, you might be able to move your lower third over. I think that's just enough.
Each day the post-production team was putting out a huge number of videos.
It's enough for you to read. It's not great, though. That's just the way the chips fall on this one. If they come back with it, if they don't feel like... Also don't think that lower thirds are, like, super, like, all that important. Especially in a project like this. A documentary, you want them to kind of sit. But on this, it's just more like, hey, this is someone that worked on this project. All right, so we're going to go to Julie's over here. Let's see. I know we're going to run into the same problem. But we really cut this thing down, so...
Communication.
I'm also going to just start at, like, a few frames. Nah, I can't do that. Looks terrible.
Communication was key.
Okay, I think we can start to remove it. Let's see, when does it get removed? Okay, first off, I was sort of lazy when I made these lower thirds. Boom. Let's see if that works.
Communication was key.
I've worked on a lot of projects.
That does work for me. Okay, so Shift 5, we're going to move it into the same. Well, the good thing is like, okay, so just to back up real quick. All right, I put these are brand new, throwing them in. We're going to go out and in here. So we're going to zoom in here just to, yes, I'm happy with where that location is. Now, if I want to copy that positioning to my new lower third, I'm going to hit Shift 5. That's going to bring up our effects panel. Actually, it didn't. Look, it did, but I want to actually show you what happens when it does. Okay, great. All right, now we're going to select the motion, go Control Copy, Command Copy, and then I'm going to go back to my timeline using Shift 3, and I'm going to go Shift O to go to my out point. It's going to automatically select my clip. Actually, it won't. I'll get into that in a second. Now I'm going to Command Paste. Now it's going to move all my motion elements to that new lower third. And what I mean by that is like this is a setting that I have, and if you're a user of Premiere, my sister found her way in the chat, and she's definitely mentioned the sexuality of my mother, which is also her mother. Good one, dude. Unbelievable. This is why you don't let your family members know that you do anything. Anyways, where was I before I was being rudely interrupted? Okay. If you use Premiere a lot, I tend to love that. Some people hate this function. I live and die by it. And it's mainly because, like, if I want to quickly select a clip, boom, look. I mean, my playhead, it matches to the clip. It's selected. My effects is open. Everything. It's great. Some people are wrong, and that's totally fine. Go to your sequence here, and it's a small little selection follows playhead. This one's kind of cool too, but don't worry about it. Selection follows playhead, and then that way, when I'm working in this program, I am Shift 3 or Shift 5, getting my effects control, Shift 7, going to my effects panel, Shift 3, going to my timeline, and then I'm using my up and down keys to select my clips. And so now, you know, if I wanted to quickly go over here and say, oh, I want to mess with my color, well, it's already selected, so I can go to my Lumetri color and gosh, this looks terrible. Oh boy. I'm going to dive into color once I'm done with the edit, or else I'll lose my mind. I think I flagged this as a problem section, so that's what I did here. If you're curious as to how I quickly marked my timeline, it's just the shortcut M. And then another fun thing that you could do is you can actually create a keyboard shortcut, guys. It's so early in the morning for me. That can actually put on different colors and markers, depending on what you want to do. We can go into that in some other video or something like that. Hello, Ariel. Hope you're doing well. You're one of 2 viewers, so I hope you're having a good time over there in Bialyn. Okay.
That respect and trust. That's how this event came.
Okay, so I was pretty happy with that. I've seen this thing so many freaking times. I want to take a look at the new. I'm going to update my slate here. I'm pretty sure that we're going to be solid on time, but I just want to make sure. So I'm actually going to grab the video from the first frame, and as you can see, I actually adjust my sequence settings to give myself time for a 5-second or a 3-second slate and a 2-second lead in. And when I do that, so I've got my in and my out point to the end of the video and to the beginning of the first frame of the video. We're at 3:59:08. That's a pretty good chunk of time we removed from yesterday's 5:44. 3:59 and 08. Great. Cool. Let's just take a look at this. I'm going to take the volume down a little bit.
Perfect. They have to be tight.
I would say, like, logistically, it was a lot.
We had a giant schedule, a big board, all organized like a TV network.
Imagine 4 venues times.
And a lot of this stuff
10
is
hours
working,
times
so
5 days. You physically
take it.
can't be where you need to be. You're bringing like the Olympics of choral music into one place. And beyond the attendee experience, they had nothing to show for it. You have a desire to see everything.
once
you just
again,
can't
if you
do
have
it.
any
And that's
questions,
where the live stream
thoughts,
came in.
We
concerns,
wanted our viewers
you want
to feel
to
like they were in the
laugh at
room
what I'm
watching the
doing,
show,
everything's fine.
along
Throw it in the
with
chat.
everybody that was in the
I'm
audience.
happy to explain what I'm doing.
Visual quality, and especially the audio quality, was very important to us. These choirs put all of this effort and all of this time and all this money into having these performances, and we wanted to make sure that we recorded them in the best possible way.
We gave that viewer a sense of, well, you were there in your own way, but you were there. And by the way, if you were attending and you didn't get the live stream, you kind of missed out.
You know, each day the post-production team was putting out a huge number of videos.
We created a package, a sort of wrapper for the viewers at home to make sure that it was a whole show experience. So we created a custom graphics package that built off of the existing gala branding, and then we recorded intros and outros with our host Tim Seelig and Maria Elena. And then we also had 2 social media teams that were running around gathering content in the moment.
We had about 4 venues and about 3 to 4 segments per venue. I'm not going to do the math. It's a lot of intros and outros. Outside of that, every day we're doing a morning and an evening update, and we would do about 5 or 6 sketches per day for the broadcast.
Keeping that
We were
in.
creating little comedy skits and news updates and things like that that really captured the essence of what it was like to be at gala.
That to me was a moment to show everything around the show. The people that are outside hanging out, people at restaurants, people in Minneapolis, people just having a good time and being creative.
When we shot it, it was cut, and then it was run off to the venues, and then the venues dumped it, and they managed it. And it was this really great kind of back and forth where the street
Okay.
teams who were on the ground were working with the editor directly, which never happens.
That's crucial, but also allows us to dictate the tone of the entire show.
Communication was key.
I've worked on a lot of projects. Working with these 2, it just clicks so immediately.
Everyone has skill sets. It always goes down to building relationships. And as long as you, like, give them that respect and trust, that's how this event came together.
We had choruses from Mexico, Taiwan,
I really love this sequence.
China, Norway. There's choruses from
There's like
all over the
a
world.
need to make
And
this
because
feel
of
like
this
it's a
live stream
global
package,
phenomenon,
they were able to show
and
people back home. They were able
that
to
right there
watch
accomplished that goal.
live.
That was from the client. Like, can we make this
I
seem
view it as
global?
a-
And
as a huge
yeah,
opportunity
that really
because
worked.
Your audience is not local anymore. Now you can reach a global audience. And,
Right there. Boom.
The global audience, the sky's
Is the limit.
We can do this on a grander scale and take this experience and share it with the rest of the world, which we literally did. There's a whole nother value add to the experience that the live people don't always understand, but it is one of your keys why you make this investment. So no longer is it just an experience contained in those 5 days to those fortunate 7,000 people, but now it's now out in perpetuity for the entire world to see, and that's exactly what's happening.
Yeah, that's nice. All right, still tons of work to do on the audio and the color side of things. There, it's pretty inconsistent, but I'm okay with that for now, considering we're still in the editorial stage. Another thing I'm going to do just fairly quickly is I need to be more organized on my B-roll side here. We have our interviews on track 1, and we're going to move all of our B-roll. As a matter of fact, what we're going to do, because I'm pretty confident that this is, I don't create a preset. I'm pretty confident this is going to be good enough to start doing color and all that jazz. So I'm going to go like this. We're going to take rough away. So if you're curious about ever turning over to color, I'm going to go over that process now just a little bit. It's just a little bit of organization. And I'll also show you just a few tips I use. So all my interviews, they're going to be on track 1, and we're pretty much there. It's just cleaning up this B-roll section. Again, this is so I can like pass it off to a colorist if need be. I'm going to just consolidate all my B-roll on V2 here. Again, this is going to start making it look a little nicer. And as I'm smashing these things together, that's okay, because it's not like we need them to be on top of each other. Okay, so take a look over here. Oh, and I guess I should be, telling you what I'm doing here. I'm selecting using a lasso. I'm holding down Alt, and I'm pressing the down arrow. That just moves you down a track level. You can always do up. It'll move it up a track level. These things, I think I'm going to keep my little effects on 3, 4, and 5. So that's what we'll do. Looks like this piece of B-roll. Yes, nice. Actually, I don't think that we go. We're going to keep our B-roll to 2 and 3 actually, because you sometimes might fade out on another piece of B-roll, and that we can't bring down. In this case, I think I just replaced a piece of B-roll, so we can just get rid of it. I'll do the same thing here. It's more B-roll. Again, if you're wondering why I'm doing this, it's so that when I give this to a colorist, their timeline's a little bit easier. It's a little bit easier to follow. So, see now I'm net lassoing. I'm holding down Alt. I'm hitting down.
That to me was a
Doesn't change the edit. You'll see once I'm done with this, the timeline will look super, super clean. And we're already pretty clean right now. Okay, what are these? These are my lower thirds. We're going to keep them on V6. Okay, so let's take a look. Look how clean that looks. I mean, outside of all this crap. Let's get rid of it. Boom. And then we will clean up our adjustment layer. Boom, boom. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. And boom. Now, if I give this to a colorist, they're going to be super happy. And I won't do that process right now, just simply because we don't need to. We don't have a colorist asking for it. The colorist is going to be me. I'm actually going to give that to myself in DaVinci. But since this isn't locked, that's sort of a fruitless effort, so we're not going to do that. What I might do, though, I just want to... We're going to clear all markers. Yeah, there we go. Cool. And we're going to go Shift-O. Make sure our playhead's on the out. And make sure that our last frame on it is here. All right, let's export this thing. Let's export and send to client. Then we can get rocking on some other stuff. I think maybe we'll dive into a little bit of Mr. Rogers this morning, because that's always fun. All right, so in case you're curious, well, first off, I want to double check my timing here. Hit I use this in and out function very often to determine my total length. That's what this does. This lengths your in and out point duration. So it's nice when I'm trying to come together with this. 35908. Yep, we are solid. Okay. Save. All right. And now we're going to export. Quick shortcut for that is Command M. Ignore that. I don't know why it's still saying that. And luckily, I renamed my sequence for today's date, so it's already there. Boom. We're solid. I noticed I just made a big mistake. I'll share what that is in a second. It's fine, though. Okay. I already have my exports folder already signed up for it, or set up for it, rather. And we're exporting. Good stuff. Does anyone have any questions? Let's say we got one viewer on the Twitch side, one viewer on the Kick side. So the answer is no. No one has any questions for me. That's fine. It's all good. I'm just crying inside a little bit. I do this for you guys. No, I do it for me. This is so I don't get so bored. And it motivates me, honestly. 6 minutes. It's not going to be 6 minutes. This right here is the best time of my day when you're exporting something. It's just really chill and nice. I bet that sounds really gross. That sounds even better. Ba 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 da ba 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 ba. Let's stream together. How do I do that? Get started. Allow. Not now. Can I just do that? Get started. Start viewer Collins. Oh, cool. Yeah, I'll try that. Alright guys, I'm currently exporting this thing. I know, super boring, but you know, now's the time to sit down, enjoy your cup of coffee, and if you have any questions for me, whether they're about editing or about anything else, go for it. Ask me in the chat. Because right now I am, I don't know, this is as exciting as watching a video encode is. I think our conversation would be much more exciting. But, right on. I gotta say, I like doing this thing. I mean, like, even though not a lot of folks are tuned in to this stream at 8:30 a.m., it motivates me, because sometimes I get some really cool conversations, and sometimes it's like, sometimes it's just me working, explaining what I'm doing. But this is what I do anyway. I'll have a lot of folks when I'm working at like a post house or something, whether it's like other editors or interns just hanging out with me and me just explaining my new little shortcuts. Sometimes with other editors, we're sharing ideas because they're a little more contemporary. But the interns are always like, "Whoa, you're so fast." And it's like, well, I mean, I've been doing this for like 15 years. You know, you tend to be pretty fast at something. You know, one little philosophy I have about editing or any kind of client work in general, creative client work, I should say, is that they want 75% of a project, or they'd rather have that tomorrow than 90% of a finished product in a week. Because, you know, you don't want to be completely off base on 90%. But if at 75% you're on the right track and you can share that with them, then you guys are working together creatively. And the reason I bring that up is because, you know, if you're editing, if you're a graphic designer, if you're an illustrator, it's important to be pretty quick and find ways to just cut any kind of fat out in terms of your process. Because, yeah, that helps you with more clients, helps you look more professional, helps you make more money. So, little tidbit I thought I might share. Okay. All right. Great. I'm actually going to upload that to Frame.io. I'm not going to make that visible, and I'm not going to make that visible because Well, actually, it probably could. If you come in here, I think you can actually... No, I'm not going to do that. Because you might see an email I don't want you to see. And we're going to respect our clients. Privacy. That's what we should do. Anyone have any questions, please? I feel like I'm dying up here. EPK drafts. Sorry, you can't see what I'm doing, but that is by design. Boom, 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 boom. All right, cool. All right, that is uploading. We're going to save this. And we're going to exit out of this. All right, let's get into our the main event, our attack ad on Mr. Rogers. This is the creative project that we're doing here on stream. I think this is session number 5. I've had a couple short sessions because it tends to exist at the tail end of like client work, so it's fun to be creative, but then also like my brain fry starts to set in, and then I have to go on a walk or clean some dishes or something. But how this section of the show goes, we're all having fun together here. If you guys have any ideas, or if you have any adjustments you want to make, or have any questions, just go ahead and ask, and we'll keep rolling with it. Let's see, where he is. Where is he, Mr. Rogers? There he is. $8:30 in the morning. All right, here we go. Here we are. Okay, Shift I. And I'm gonna render this one out. A couple things I think I'm gonna do today. I think that we're going to do the ending a little bit. I want to look at actually what we might do to start is to review some of these old attack ads and then start editing them, or not editing them, but just like start implementing some of those things that we're seeing that exist in sort of a visual theme, and move on from there. Here we go. Here we go. Not bad. First thing that's been bothering me for a while is like this. I think could be mixed a little better. It's a little better. It's not great. Okay, this looks pretty funny. Okay, let's take a look at some attack ads. Okay, change the display here. See if that works. Okay.
I'm Barack Obama, and I approve this message.
Just want to make sure the audio is working.
Hard.
Yeah.
Stretch every penny. but chances are you pay a higher tax rate than him. Mitt Romney made $20 million in 2010, but paid only 14% in taxes, probably less than you. Now he has a plan that would give millionaires another tax break and raises taxes on middle-class families by up to $2,000 a year. Mitt Romney's middle-class tax increase. He pays less, you pay more.
What is that? What is that called?
I'm Barack Obama.
Taxes on middle-class.
There's like lines across the... Also, I love this. Hold on. Where is he?
Pays less, you pay more.
Okay.
$1,000 a year. It's middle-class tax.
It's like window blinds, I think is what they're called. Let me look that up. Window blinds video technique. Stall blinds. No. That's not what I want. It's not a technique. What is it? Horizontal. Let's try something here. Shift 7 brings us to our effects, and we're going to call it horizontal, not horizontal flip. I know that this exists within Premiere Stylize. Find edges, rough edge, and strobe light. Come on, what is it? What is it? Time, no. Video, no. Damn. Horizontal lines. What's it called? Lines. Premiere video technique. What is it called? Yeah, but how do I throw it in there? No. It's gonna bother me. I think I'm gonna have to send it to After Effects is what I'll have to do. Like, take this whole segment here. Because that's what I want. I really want that. Let's see if I can do that. Let's see if we'll take all three. It's a risky move right here, folks. As soon as you do this, like, link to After Effects, I mean, at least, like, historically, when this thing first came out, when you could, like, just grab a group of clips and send it to After Effects, it would be a little risky. Come on. Spinning Wheel of Death. I don't love that. Here we go. Here we go. Sorry, I'm so tired, guys. I just did not think I was going to be this freaking tired this morning. I had plenty of good sleep. Now I'm sluggish. I mean, I'll definitely do another stream today, for sure. But, oh my god, let's see these top 5 interesting campaign ads of 2016. Ads. Cool, I'm on my wrong account. Boo.
I'm Jason Kander. Senator Blunt has been attacking me on guns. Well, in the Army, I learned how to use and respect my rifle. In Afghanistan, I'd volunteer to be an extra gun in a convoy of unarmored SUVs. And in the state legislature, I supported Second Amendment rights. I also believe in background checks so that terrorists can't get their hands on one of these. I approve this message because I'd like to see Senator Blunt do this.
Wow. That's actually kind of impressive. That's a really good, effective campaign ad.
700 people in our jail, and it costs us about $103 a day.
Gerald really doesn't have any hobbies.
Last year's tax rate was 0.4169.
Oh, I love this.
Take that down to 3838.
So is he always like that?
Oh my god.
Yeah, all the time.
Oh my god, this is great.
Leave their work at the office.
We got 3 light rail cars.
All he wants to do is fix things.
So I got this 18-wheeler that's parked in this neighborhood, fumes all over the place, but quite frankly...
Well, she's not a good actress, but that's fine. You're a politician's wife.
Like jumping around the house here.
It is what it is.
Please re-elect Gerald. Please.
A man attacked me in a parking garage. Tried to stab me with an 8-inch knife. But I carry a pistol. I fight back. That's why I'm still here. Every woman has a right to defend herself with a gun if she chooses. Hillary Clinton disagrees with that.
Hillary
Don't
Clinton.
let politicians take away your right to own a gun. Donald Trump supports my right to own.
Okay. A message from Carly. I mean, oh, here we go. So I'm just kind of taking a break watch as like, as I'm getting this stuff put together, taking a look at some attack ads while we work on our attack ad. Some of, I mean, like those aren't really giving me the techniques I want, to be honest with you. I mean, there's a lot of this. Oh my gosh, did this get really messed up? Okay, I'm gonna actually uncommit that. You know, it's like I'm looking for more of those classic ones. These are funny. They're nice, but yeah. Anyone have any good attack ads you want me to take a look at? Go ahead and throw that in the chat there. But there's more I want to do with this, is my point. And as a matter of fact, gosh, I did this on the previous project, but I didn't do it on today's. So every day you open a new edit and you start, make a new sequence so that you're not behind. Or not that you're behind. It's more that you don't want to you want to be able to go back to your work from like yesterday if you're like, you totally mess up the stuff today. So I'm going to take actually all the previous sequences, throw them in an archive. I want this to be super clean in my sequence folder. That's just how it goes. Let's take a look at what we got today. It's not bad. I'm going to do the voiceover, I think. And let's render in and out while I take a sip of coffee. If you have any questions, you want to call me dumb, go ahead and do so in chat. It's been a light morning this morning. It's usually a little more lively. But then again, it is 8:30 on a Friday. So either people are working or they have better things to do. So I get that. That makes a lot of sense to me. I'll probably be streaming a little bit later today, though. But I just wanted to get some time in on this. This is like a little fun creative project I like doing here on both Kick and Twitch. I've had some people come with some great suggestions and some great ideas. Gosh, I needed at least 8 more hours of sleep. All right, here we go. Fred Rogers doesn't live in this neighborhood. He lives with the rich and powerful. Is he really a man of the people? Or just another media mogul infecting our youth? Stop pretending to be one of us.
So many people have asked me, do you ever get mad? And of course I answer, well, yes.
America's mad. Stop lying, Fred. Paid for by the Snuffleupagus Group for Prosperity. Damn it, I can't do that quickly enough. Paid for by the Prosperity Group. Anyway, I got a friend who can do that. Yes. Okay. This could be better for sure. Obviously, I need to recomp some of this stuff. I wanted to make like there was like a really funny Harris attack ad. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
I mean, it's crazy to think about it. Like,
no, it isn't.
It cost millions to advertise on TV.
Okay.
And now, because of streaming,
sure.
Even with $50, I mean, you can advertise on TV. You can advertise between your favorite TV shows. You can advertise on live sports game, NHL. And
what the hell? I'm so tired of these stupid advertisements that are like fake podcasts, and then they can't act well at all. Is that convincing anybody? Good Lord.
Kamala was in on it. She covered up Joe's obvious
So dumb.
mental decline.
Our president is in good shape, in good health, tireless, vibrant, and I have no doubt about the strength of the work that we have done.
But Kamala knew Joe couldn't do the job, so she did it. Look what she got done. A border invasion.
Whoa.
Inflation. The American dream dead. They created this mess. Kamala owns this failed record.
Oh, wait, no. One of these had like a really triumphant photo of Donald Trump at the end. It's pretty funny. Damn, I want to find some. It's like, oh, this one's so good. I wanted to do a whole separate video on this ad because it's so freaking good. Like, look at this. I really need to do it. Like, the first frame of his first campaign ad has like a rural setting, it has some patriotism, and it has like new energy. So in it, you already link rural America with like, you know, left-leaning environmental ideals, and you still tie it with patriotism. It's like a really, really good first frame of something, of anything, when you're trying to, like, especially these political ads, man. Political ads are all about like messaging and almost, I wouldn't say like subliminal messaging, but like just like really, really subtle messaging, because you can't say things outright without seeming inauthentic, right? You can't be like, I'm a gun-loving patriot. No, you're going to talk about gun rights while you're putting the gun together. I mean, that's like, yeah, this is super effective. Again, oh my gosh. Second shot of his whole advertisement. This is the Bernie Sanders one from like 2016, 2015. The second shot of it, just like an incredible, like, oh, let's go on Main Street and go into like a convenience store. Not a convenience store, like a county store, country feed store. Now we're moving to a wholly different area of the country. Probably, this reminds me of New England. Actually reminds me of Panhandle in Florida, but that's not I've only been there, so that's what it is. All right. Yeah, standard American stuff. Again, we're on shop 5, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're in a dairy farm. We have like a Democrat who's just really included a lot of rural images, working class images too. Shot 6, another cow. The song, I don't know where this is. I tried to look this up one time. I think it's got to be somewhere in Texas. This might be, I don't know what this is, honestly. But the important thing is, like, this isn't a big city. It's like it's like an average city. I'm sorry for this tangent, y'all, but I actually do. I'm like in love with this ad. Politics and policy aside, you know, if you're just trying to look at ads and like note their effectiveness, this ad is just so good, because we have rural America already. We've got like 3 different versions of working class with the feed store, with the windmills, with the boats. Now we're moving to like small, mid-sized cities. You know, you could tell it is okay. Now, boom, we have our first, what I would call like Democrat shot, right? Young people, what looks to be in like it looks like a coffee shop. I know it isn't, but now we're in a coffee shop. And then now we're really in a coffee shop. All right, a family. More hay. That's such a cool edit too. This is a really good edit. God, I'm such a nerd. Ready? Boom. I mean, it's obviously not continuous, but as he's doing it with the song, it's really good. Just solid work here. I wish I could talk to whoever edited this. Damn it. Now we're into the meat of it. Yeah, you know. Okay, this is less fun. It just is what it is. The dairy farm's back. I really enjoyed that. God, this just reminds me of like 8 years ago. Song is perfect. This is kind of a cool technique. I love the font. I know that like nowadays you could just find, I bet you somebody put this together in After Effects. I bet you that's the case in 2016. I don't think these templates were really around back then. Fucking brilliant. God damn. I'm going to look for America. I mean, this is the boring part, honestly. Like, if we're talking about, like, the edit of something, this is like, alright, okay, I get it. Yeah, you got crowds. Okay.
I'm Bernie Sanders, and I approve this message.
There was no message, really. That's what's so funny. There is no overt message here. It's just like, dude, this is, to me, it's the GOAT of all political ads. I don't know what else to say. It's so good. It's like, again, from the first frame, you have America, you got rural, you have environmentalist ideas. Boom, right here. I mean, almost anyone can relate to this. You know, like I remember when this came out. I was 8 years younger, right? And I just remember being like, man, this is such a good ad. I mean, you got the Simon and Garfunkel song. You've got just the perfect imagery in the front half of it, or the front quarter of it, really. And there's nothing else. He's not saying anything. You don't walk away from this video thinking like, oh, this is anti-abortion, or there's no political message to it, but it's still brilliant. It drives me nuts, man. I don't know why we can't do more shit like this. Really. Look at this. dude, you're already like, okay, mid small town, rural communities, you know, farm lifestyle, boats. I mean, dude, it just covers everything. Sorry, this is such a random tangent because I'm looking for attack ads, but then this one came up. I'm like, I've been in love with this ad for like 8 years. I've never seen a political ad that was better than this. It's just more of like it's like a America vibe check. That's what that is. All right, let's try to find some more of these attack ads, just because I'm a little lost on my. Let's review this actually. Let's get into it. All right.
So many people have asked me, do you ever get mad? And of course I answer, well, yes.
Okay. Yeah, so that's not bad. I'm not upset by this so far. I mean, this needs some work. We got to do something with this. I want him to start in the living room. This looks terrible. I cannot live with this anymore. It's so fucking awful. I need something better because actually, let me show you if anyone's curious on the why I hate this so much. We're gonna hit F for fine frame, for fine source. I mean, this is really shoddy work here, super shoddy, and it's okay if it were stable, but it's not. So you'd have to actually like, it's a lot more work than it needs to be. That's the end of it. Is like, I want to be able to jump in here. I think that, oh my god, I know what they actually did. This is just the green spill on this thing. I need to find a new piece of stock footage to use here. I think it could look cool. What I want is like people to be watching on a TV, and then when he says I'm mad, I want a child to be watching on television, and then I need to change this. I need to change this. First off, gosh, just lock the layer. God damn it. What should I add here? Let's go like this. Not. Oh, wait. Not. Welcome. Look, I'm still working on a lot of this copy. Of course, the challenge with this challenge with what we're doing here is that it's supposed to be difficult to slam Mr. Rogers. Yeah, hold up. Nice little stretch in. I don't know how much longer I got, to be honest. My brain is so fried. I mean, you know, usually I'm good on these little morning streams. I think I just have a lot to do. I'm going to be traveling for a bit here in the near future. I think we'll call it for now. I'm going to be back later. I'll definitely be back later working on this stuff. Let me go to my little host view here. Sorry I went on that random tangent about that Bernie Sanders ad because it's a great ad. I don't know what to tell you. You just watch it. Goddamn. All right, guys. Hey, thanks for joining. I don't know. I think it was a little sparse today on the viewership. That's totally fine. I'm doing this for me. It's a good time. I like to see those numbers grow, but when they don't, you know, you just live your life. So, thank you guys for joining. I hope you learned a little bit about something. And take care. Really hope you guys have a good day.